Hello, everybody. This is the second episode of our Couchsurfing experience, our podcast. I'm Roberto Campopiano. We have a special host tonight. Benham is with us. Hello, Benham.
Hi, Roberto.
How are you?
Very good, very good. Nice to hear you again.
It's nice to see you again. Long time we don't see each other. Okay. Just if you want, make
I think
a little
about 2 years.
presentation about yourself, who you are, why you are in Torino, whatever you want to tell to our friends.
Okay, very well. First of all, I should admire you for such a podcast, such a thing to talk and discuss about our experience of this subject is something very interesting for the people that who don't know, and it's very good to let everybody know that about our experience. Well, about me, I'm a graduate student in Torino. It's the city in the north west of Italy, and I came to Italy in 2019. It was just before pandemic, and it was everything's open. It was very interesting. Then I started to study, and then after like about 5 6 months, I don't remember exactly. I guess it was, yeah, about 5 months later the pandemic began, and we stuck at home, and it was very tough days of quarantine in Torino. And I remember that I was telling myself that I would like to start traveling around Italy, because before coming to Italy, I was planning a lot to
Yeah,
travel.
yeah, yeah.
And yes, that was a brief story about my immigration to Italy.
Okay. I want to ask you, how do you know Couchsurfing the first time? With friends, video, or was your first approach to Couchsurfing?
Well, it was, I guess, 2018 before coming to Italy. A friend of mine, he was traveling to Europe, and he was looking for accommodation in Netherlands. I don't know if you know it. Netherlands has one of the highest price of accommodation in Europe,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
was looking for someone to host him in Netherlands. And at the end, he couldn't find accept from a person in there, but I got to know that what's couch surfing, just some idea. But later, when I came here, I got to know it better.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Now you have used Couchsurfing many times. You have many experience of Couchsurfing, or just few?
Yes, for me, I'm still an amateur, because I haven't had many experiences. Also because I was studying and I didn't have many time to travel. And but the few times I traveled, I tried to first try with couch surfing, and then move to other options for accommodation.
I want to ask you if you are using in Torino Couchsurfing with the hangout option. If you meet some people to just to drink a beer with hangout or doing something together.
Well, I rarely have done this, but I've been really interested in doing such a reunion. The fact is that Torino, it's still not so much international city
Ah,
like Milan or like Rome, or even in Napoli, Salerno. Your area is very touristic area, but Torino is still not so much. It hasn't been that much touristic. It's been just a year that is after Eurovision. In Torino is still a little bit. I see more tourists, so I would say rarely I've had experience of hangout, but I had an experience of hangout with couch surfers in Copenhagen when I
mhm.
was there with to visit my sister. then I yes, because my sister and her boyfriend also are couch surfers, so
Yeah.
they yes, so they joined one day. I guess it was on the in the uh, Natale, the
Natale,
New
okay.
Year's. Yes, the New Year's Eve. I went with them to a reunion in Copenhagen. It was really nice. We drink, we chat together, and I got some friends from there. So it's also a nice way of using Couchsurfing. It's just not only the hosting or to be hosted. It's also a good way to know people through the hangouts, through the reunions.
Now we are talking about the dark side of couchsurfing. This is the name I put because some people don't like couchsurfing because there are not good options. One of the I discuss about three options that are not good for many people. I call them Tinder surfing because many guys are using it to approach girls. Hostel surfing because some people use only to take a bed, and the fact that now you have to pay couch surfing because in the beginning it was a freeware. The people don't pay for couch surfing. I want to ask your opinion about these three questions. What do you think? Couch surfing has a bad. Do you had a bad experience about this, or for you, couch surfing is now because some people start talking that couchsurfing will be finished, will be changed with the trust truth, and or be welcome will be changed. Many people erased themselves from the platform. What do you think about this?
Well, I would say I saw and I felt some of these things that you have mentioned. It has been always my concern too, because I since the beginning, the first time you staying with you was the first experience of couch surfing for me.
Yeah,
Then after, yes, if you remember, yeah, if you remember. And then I moved to another experience in a very short time, and I didn't have really good idea about the couch surfing, and I had a little bit of um, it's not good to say insecurity, but
fear
lack of
maybe.
confidence. Yeah, I wasn't very confident with the couch surfing, so I thought that maybe uh, I should be a little bit conservative. I should be a little bit careful about moving to the people houses and to stay with them, because I don't know them, and I just know them through the platform. That it's completely new for me. So I would say that the second experience was a little bit unexpected for me. I went to a guy's home, and he tried to we tried to hang out. He cooked something, and a little bit unusually. He cooked very unusually, but I found that yeah, I felt a little bit let's say not scared, but I felt that I cannot stay with him. So and he also told me that I don't have so much time to hang out. So uh, because he was working at that time, so he couldn't hang out with me, and I went to the city, going around the city, and then after that, he told me that yeah, you can come back and stay for the night. Then I refused to stay with him. So I would say the second experience was a little bit unusual, and that's why a little bit I took distance from couchsurfing. Well, I have an answer for that. My problem, I found that I made a mistake. I think every time that I have to I want to go and visit a place, or I want to I'm looking for a host. It's very important to read all of the profile. It's
Yeah, the
really
reference.
important. Something that I would never escape, because it's really important. You want to spend some time, spend a day, 2 days, or I don't know, whatever, and you're agreeing on that. And if you don't know the person, or if you don't know if any experience he had with anybody else, you may had some problems or some. For me, it wasn't this experience wasn't a very bad or a bad experience, but I was expecting it to be better than that. So I thought that now I'm thinking that yeah, it would have been better to yeah, read all the profile, and then to send the request. And then about the situation you said about the to pay the I would say like yeah, an expense for to using Couchsurfing. I think it's something that is up to a person. For me, I'm still not paying for that, and I'm still using it. Yeah, it's I would say that's two payments. One for the to be one payment is that you have to pay to use it, which is very low. It's not very cheap. It's like 2 or 3, I don't know.
It's
And there is
3
another,
and 15 a tier.
exactly. And there is another payment to verify your account, which I don't pay that. It's up to a person that anybody wants to pay. But I think that's okay to pay like a very low amount of money. I think it's very good to anybody wants to use the platform. It's very cheap. It's like, for me, it's like paying an Amazon Prime, because it's very
Yeah,
useful.
and
So
maybe it's a filter because if people don't want to pay so a few euro, maybe they don't want to share nothing because they want only to use like an hostel.
exactly, and I would say that for me, it doesn't bother me. I don't complain at all, and it's something that is okay for me. About the last thing, you didn't mention it in the last thing, but I prefer to talk about it in the last part of my answer, about the people who are looking for the dating in couchsurfing. Is, I would say, a bit sometimes many times it goes well, and the two person are okay, and the experience goes well. But if by any chance it doesn't go well, or any of the sides feel not really comfortable, I would say the whole experience is lost, is destroyed. So it's I would say it's really better to talk before that. I remember the time that I was sending a request to you. Before that, I sent another request to a profile. It was in Naples, and the guy, he told me that yeah, I had a kind of feeling of I think it was gay, but he didn't say it very directly, but he said that yeah, I have this feeling, so if you feel uncomfortable, just let me know, and that's all. And I really appreciate him, because if I would go and go to his home, maybe I feel uncomfortable of
Yeah.
um him. So I would say if anybody have this intention, it's really good to talk about it first. That yeah, I'm okay, I'm open to everything, and if the other side is okay to just meet or date even, it would be fine. But I personally, I don't suggest it at all.
Yeah.
That's my decision.
Maybe it's not the philosophy, but I know some people that fall in love in couch surfing and now they are traveling together or they're married. Sometimes happens, but never say never. But I think that is an option. If happens, you have not to find. It's not a purpose. You have it can happen. Even you go to the bar, you go to discotheque. Can happen because we are men, we are a girl, so, but you have not to use. Some girl told me that I have only a bed. Let's sleep together. They start to, when the girls are alone, even in South Italy, they start to make propose. you have a boyfriend. So it's hard to be a female couch surfer. I think. Okay.
Exactly. And I think this is this experience of couch surfing is just really more of just a dating is yeah, you can easily find an easy way to date people like the Tinder, like a lot of applications, even through Instagram, everywhere you can find the people, or you said to go to a bar. But the experience of couch surfing, in my opinion, is more of just a dating, is just to get to know people and to learn from
The
that.
culture.
I think this is very more, it's more interesting, and that for me was more interesting to just to date people.
Yeah. Because you have a piece of life of people. You cook together, or you make something that is unforgettable. And maybe in dating, some mm, are not like this. But couchsurfing is not for dating, absolutely. And also, I
Exactly.
want to ask something about you. Where are you from? What about your culture? Do you think that what is your experience in? You are not Italian, so you are staying from a long time. What do you think about? I want to ask you about your origins, about your country, and the fact to be in Italy. What are your feelings with Italians? Let's talk about this if you want.
Okay. Well, I'm from Iran. I'm originally Iranian. I was born in Iran in a city called Mashhad, and I think I found Italy very the Italian culture and the Italian people very much close to Iranian culture, because in Iran I feel that people are really open to hang out, to are really warm people. And of course hospitable. Like I met a lot of people that they told me that, yeah, come here to stay with me in my home. Just they gave me food, they gave me a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun together, and it's just very open, and I found this only in Italy. Because I think Italy maybe it's because the people are really different, like from north to south. From it's really long on the map of the Europe, so you can find a lot of people. And
Yes,
for
yeah.
me the most interesting part was the and most interesting people was the people from center to south. They were really open, really kind, and I had really great experience with the friend that I have from Sicily, from Campania, from Puglia, and it was really great experience living in Italy. I'm For my personality, staying in Italy was really nice, I think.
Was easy to find an house in Torino, or was hard? They give you the house easily, or was difficult?
Well, I would say that not really. It's something really sad. I had also some unusual experience in Turin too, because the people are, I would say, some of the procedures are very strange too, because some of the owners or some of the landlords don't meet you even. They're all doing anything through a contact, through for example a WhatsApp communication. And this is something that I've seen only in Italy. And in many cases it goes well, and this is the two people trust each other. But sometimes it maybe it doesn't go well, and I know a guy, a friend, a homemate, a flatmate from Spain, that he was coming to Turin, and he told me that he pay a lot for the deposit, for the security deposit, and the person that he was like the landlord, he refused to give him the house, give him the keys. And I remember that, yeah, he had a bit of problem in that. But I would say that Turin, because it's a bit student city,
Yes, a
in
student city. There are many students.
there are many students. Like in August, the city is really dead. It's like nobody is in the city. A lot of students are back into their hometowns,
Mhm.
and yeah, it's some of the owners doesn't easily trust the students, and especially also after the pandemic, because a lot of students go back and didn't pay the rent. So maybe this is also a reason that they don't trust very easily. And now I have another problem, that I have to move to Milan for work,
Ah,
and I
oh,
see this even worse. It's like Milan is a very big city with a lot of I would say it's not easy to find an apartment in here. Maybe in
yeah,
Turin
maybe
is a
it's very
bit,
expensive.
but in Milan is even worse. So yes, it would also some problems too.
Yeah, maybe you have to search the Milano area, maybe Monza or some places near Milano, not the city. I don't know. You know,
Exactly, exactly.
I'm from Salerno, so it's another word. I
Yeah,
want
you know that everywhere. Also, Turin.
maybe I will help you in this search. We will talk about this later. And così tu parli un po' italiano, puoi fare un saluto di italiano.
Certo, certo. Piacere italiani che guardano questo video. Parlo un po' italiano anche perché dopo 3 anni ho abitato in Torino. Ho parlato con amici e anche i miei coinquilini erano italiani, parlavamo insieme, e adesso anche devo lavorare per questo.
Okay, what is your experience about the English in Torino? People know the English language, or was because they usually say that Italian people don't know English language. So in the first was difficult to use the English, or you have not problems with the language.
Well, thank you for this question, because I've had a lot of experience with this. I would say it's not easy to find a person that speak English fluently, or to understand each other very well. Apart from like to find the people in the train station, in the I don't know, in the university, these like places, these crowd places, you find people that speak English. But when you want to find a house, when you want to I don't know, like to go to an office, to go to a specific office, like
Public office,
uh,
maybe.
yeah, which, sorry.
Public, maybe il
These
comune.
public offices are okay, like Questura is okay, or for example, Anagrafe is okay, but you don't find everybody in Anagrafe that they speak English. You will find like one person speaking English, and the other are like 10 people that they are only speak Italian, and they don't understand English, and just one person. And if the number of people who are don't speak English, don't speak Italian very well, they're like they have to wait for a long queue to talk to just one person. And I found it very difficult when I was finding a house. Like I found people that they didn't speak English very well, and I had to start talking to them, like to say that, yeah, about the house, about the contract, about anything. This a little bit made me in trouble, but also it helped me to learn Italian. So that would be, for me, was better in some aspect, that I start learning Italian faster, I would
I
say.
always say that Italian people imagine that Italia is the best place in the world. The food is the best food in the world. But when you ask, where have you been? All in Italia. So it's crazy because they don't know the world, but they think that they are the best in the world. So it's
I remember
okay.
I remember I had I rent a house in Torino for about like 1 month, and I talked to the guy that he was the owner, he was the landlord. He told me that I told him, do you speak English? He said, yes, I speak English perfectly. It's my positive thing. I can speak English perfectly. And we started talking, because it's very important, like the negotiating for the house. If the people don't understand each other, that would be a very, very bad problem. And up to a point, we found that we didn't understand each other. Like, we spoke to each other, but he thought I was saying something else. Like, he misunderstood me completely. And that was a very, very, that was very surprising for me, because he told me that I speak very English very well. But yes, I would say that it's better to say that, yeah, I'm still learning, and the other person understand, like, knows that yes, you're learning, so you talk, or even for sure to speak it also in Italian.
You
So
know what?
that would,
One way to learn English is hosting people because you improve a free English lesson.
of course, yes.
So, thank you for staying with us. Thank you for your time. And so, this is all for our second episode. And I want to, in the last, I want to mention a fact that Couchsurfing is a web because you told me you meet a Couchsurfing that house this summer, Leona. So, it's incredible the fact that you have been in another city and meet another Couchsurfing that I was in my city, like 2 weeks before. So maybe it's a large web, but it's a web. You meet people that it's like a city, no? A large city, but how do you say? Every corner of the world is a little world.
Exactly. Yes. I know a person that he had even more than one experience with his couch surfers. Like, he met a person in 2004. I guess couch surfers started in 2004, 2005. I don't remember
Mhm.
exactly. 2005 or 2004, and then after that they made a very great friendship, that he met again they met again in 2011 and 2018. Like, after that, you met the person that he got married, or he has children. That's awesome. That's something really, really awesome. That's
Yeah,
something
yeah, it's
very,
great.
very interesting. I like it. And yes, for this reason, I still using it.
Benham, thank you for everything. Good luck for your time in Milano and see you soon. Have a good time with Couchsurfing and thank you so, so much. Bye.
Thank you too.
Ciao.
Bye
Ciao.
bye. Ciao.